The opinions and views expressed by the hosts of this podcast are intended solely for the entertainment purposes. None of the content should be taken seriously or as factual. No personal disclosure, revelations, or accusations are being made. Additionally, we advise against attempting any
We're back,
action-
guys. We're back for
So drink
part 2,
responsibly
I guess you
and
could
enjoy the
say,
show.
man. Yeah, número dos, yeah.
Hey, talk to the mic, Livin. Clip it on.
Bite the
My,
número dos.
my mic was off, right?
Yeah.
How you say party in Spanish?
Bite.
Parte
Bite
dos.
número dos.
Oh, parte número
Número
dos.
dos.
All right,
Yeah,
fuck all that.
bang,
All
bang.
right, I'm
Spanish is so backwards sometimes, though. But yeah.
Spanish hits backwards.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah,
y'all
speak
Spanish
Spanglish.
people say shit completely with a bunch of S's.
Yeah,
So I don't know
man.
how the fuck to take anything y'all say.
Absolutely.
See, Poppy.
Yeah.
See.
And nigga say. So,
Shout out to the Latinx community, by the way.
yeah, you know.
Wepa. Wepa.
Wepa. So, on I seen this on Instagram, but it was off of Twitter. The question was who was wrong in this situation. So, a woman shares that her husband decided not to go to his daughter's birthday party because she wasn't invited. So here's the story. I'll try to make it quick. The husband's baby mother threw a party for their 10-year-old daughter. The BM told the husband that pretty much she wasn't invited, which is the wife. Now, the husband didn't go because his wife wasn't invited. Now, of course, his family and everybody is crucifying him, saying, like, why didn't you go? Your decision doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, that's your daughter. We respect your wife, but it's not your daughter. The lady that posted this said that the BM and her have no bad blood. They've never been disrespectful to each other. They have not had an argument or dispute. But she told her husband that she wasn't welcome because of her attitude. He said, by the way, his daughter loves me. We're known very well. We're very direct. And everything the case may be. So, again, you can't get a lot from that, but
Right.
you take enough from it to try to make a basis. So we're here on a podcast trying to make a basis from it. So
We don't have a lot of information, though.
we
Yeah,
don't.
nah, it's tough, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I mean, man, I feel like Shorty is wrong for not inviting the wife because it's not a girlfriend. Granted, she might have, what is it, disrespectful or just that's what it was? I mean, that's a side conversation I have. Invite her and have that conversation. Hey, listen, well, I felt like whatever last conversation we had, it didn't go so well. I feel like you went over some boundaries to have a conversation about it. To ban a person, and on top of that, like again, we don't have very much of information, so you don't know how the child is with the new wife is too. Like they
Right.
The
could
way
have
she
a nice
the
little
way she
bond.
explained it was like they don't have like the daughter and the wife, his daughter and his wife
Newlywed,
are
yeah.
like fine. Like there's
So,
no
right, so it's not the girl's birthday. It's the daughter's birthday. If worst case, if you were asked, I'm pretty sure if you were asked the daughter, hey, do you want such and such to come? I'm pretty sure, yeah, of course.
That's
Let
my
it rock.
wife.
Right,
Right.
let it rock.
Right.
So like for you to be like, hey, listen, I don't think it's a good idea if you bring your wife. So what you're doing is you're creating friction within the house that you're not going to be in. It's going to be him and his wife. And then when the kid is there now, it's going to be a little bit more weird now or whatever. And I'm pretty sure the kid going to ask, hey, listen, why you didn't show up? She or he's going to feel some type of way about it. Like, oh, like, damn, it was my birthday. You're creating a whole new fucking problem out of nowhere. All because of simply could have just had a conversation about, so I'm going with Shorty is in the wrong, though.
Right.
And on top of that, you said the family is like trying to assassinate the dude, too. They're in the fucking wrong, too, man, because that's
Right.
kind of wild, honestly. That's my input.
What you think?
See, the wheels started spinning because I was like, "When did he already commit to this event?" Because to me,
See,
that's
that was
different,
another
right?
thing, too. That was
Because
another
if you
thing.
committed to, if your daughter was aware that you were going, you have an obligation to your daughter, regardless,
Right.
right? But then there were a few little words that she said that kind of was like a red flaggish to me: kind and direct, right? You're kind, but you're direct, and you're saying you and the daughter is fine, but clearly not.
Right.
If the mom feels something,
Mhm.
and you just admitted that you're a very direct person.
Do you think that comes from a conversation that the daughter and the mother had? That is maybe
Possibly.
something
I'm
that
just trying to spin the wheel a little bit, possibly, but also you took it to the internet. Like, how are you kind and you took your business to the internet and then had the nerve to put in there his unmarried relatives? Like, I hate when people say that. Like, people that are parents can give opinion on parenting. They should, because you have like 5 kids with 5 baby fathers. So you should probably listen to someone who doesn't to, progress in your life and not to make the same mistakes. I just felt like her going to the internet just already told me what type of person she was.
Right.
But I do feel like the dad, I do understand from your perspective. I think that it is respectful, but I also believe in boundaries. Right, as well. It's different if she invited both of them initially and then took the invitation back. That's a little classless, but I need to know like how that happened.
Yeah.
But I just felt like as a dad, you need to stand on business about your child no matter what.
Right.
Like your child, at the end of the day, that's the only person's heart that's at risk in this situation. And you have a due diligence to support your child through birthdays, etc. They literally remember every single thing.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
In pivotal moments like that. So to me, it was wrong. I think his family was right. Like, your wife will come and go. Like, your child is your blood, and that should always be your number one priority. So I think that he should have been there. He could have expressed how he felt, or they could have had a conversation prior, like, hey, before we even have this this party, I want to express you how I'm feeling about you. So let's lay it on the table so we can make the daughter's birthday. But I think that the father should 100% been there no matter what.
I'm not going to say neither one of you what you said is wrong. You are both 100% right. I viewed it differently, and I viewed it from a sense of some things that like I've seen and read and stuff is the fact that your wife, I feel like when you get married, your wife is always going to be. We took a vow. Your sickness and health, death do us part. You're always going to be there. Your child has to have a life of their own. So again, like in this situation, the father should have been there. I'm never gonna not harping on that. What I do understand is the reason why he didn't is because, okay, if you can't invite this other person, my other half, the person that is at the end of the day, my wife, I have a problem with that. And I got to show solidarity to my wife to make her understand, oh, no. If you can't go,
even
I
at the
can't go.
detriment of your child's feelings, though?
I understand that, and that's where
that's where I feel like you can draw the line.
You can draw the line, but you can also understand that this is my wife. Like, that person is going to be my child forever. You get what I'm saying? And at the young age of 10, their birthday's going to come and go. She's going to have a 15th, a 16th, a sweet 16th, her 21st, her 18th. I don't want to knock down like birthdays like in that aspect.
The 10 is a big deal.
I understand that's a big birthday.
It's going to a double digit.
Right, but there's also more birthdays. There are more birthdays.
But what if this one was a special one for her?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think, listen, man. If this is the thing, so like you have a child, and now you like remarried and stuff like that. I ain't gonna hold you. What I would have done, me personally, I would have went. Show my face. Of course, it's my kid to the very end, and then after that, when I fucking leave, man, the next day, me and the wife, we're gonna plan some other shit between me, my wife, and my daughter.
But you're only showing up because it's a force. I can never go somewhere where I'm forced to show up.
You feel forced to be.
No, I'm saying no. But in his perspective, he's saying that he's not going because his wife. Now, if everybody's pushing him in the notion and say, no, you need to be there for your daughter. Well, I can't be there without my wife. So now, because my wife's not there, I'm going to feel, and I'm just speaking for him. I'm not speaking for how I feel. But for him, he probably can view it like, all right, I'm going to go because my baby mother wants me there because it's my daughter and my wife is not coming.
Yeah, this is only.
I don't think it has anything to do with the mother of the child, though. Like, that's the problem. I feel like you have to take your feelings out of it and realize who is going to be the most impacted on your decisions.
But my wife is also going to be very impactful in.
She's always going to be impacted.
Yeah, but my wife is going to be.
There's going to be times when she's not going to be at your daughter's ballet class every time. There's going to be times there's going to be only 2 tickets available. Yeah. And guess what? It's going to be the mom and dad have to go to graduation. Why are you so upset about a birthday instead of saying, let's do our own thing?
Yeah. But what about that daughter might ask questions and say, hey, why is make her name up? Stacy's not there.
What if she doesn't? What if she was a part of the plan?
She's eventually going to have to, he's going to eventually have to bring her into it.
But we don't know if that daughter doesn't have the relationship. She's saying that, but we don't know if the daughter has a relationship with that. We don't know. The way she's acting on this internet,
I truly think they have a relationship. That's why she doesn't want her to come.
Yeah,
I think
it's you.
Relationship with your daughter. Why would you even put that shit on the internet about her mother? Why would you do that? Because if you really love a child, you would never do that.
I'm with you on
so
that.
My thing is this. Why would you run to the fucking internet when you could have just called that woman up and said, listen, after the birthday party, we need to have a discussion because clearly there's some misalignment here. And I don't know where I went wrong with my attitude, but please explain to me because I want to move forward for the betterment of this child.
Yeah.
Why would you run to the internet and then drag his family into it too?
I mean, you're talking like you're mature in that. That's a very mature answer. But a lot of people just be in their feelings.
That's what it is, bro.
Like
That's what I said. You
And
gotta separate.
sometimes they question themselves as to like, am I wrong in this situation?
Bro,
I feel like this.
You don't go to the internet with people you don't fucking know.
But not for nothing though.
That's not the right thing to do. I feel like this would only be justified if you gave the reason that you said, and if maybe this wife is the reason why they probably broke up. Is the reason why she's
right, there's it's not a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, there's no context.
Context.
So like, but at the same time though, like example though, man, if you think about this shit, let's say that she's, damn man. First and foremost, if you're going to be newlywed or whatever, and you're going to be a stepmom, just know that this shit comes with harsh realities where something like this could happen. So, I mean, if it does happen, then, you know, fuck it. It is what it is. Just be the person that you truly are. Be like, hey, listen, you know what? Talk to that child. I'm not going to be able to make it for today, but listen, tomorrow or the next day, we could try something. You know, that's what it is. So, I mean, listen, it's a big thing because we don't know much about what's going on behind it. But
right. And now the child's friends can read on the internet that her bonus mom is talking shit about her mom.
Right.
Like, these things are always discoverable, even if she deletes it.
Right. But
now it's on the internet and it's historical data. Like, I just don't understand why she moved like that.
Right. And that's the thing, though, too, because, like, the fact that, listen, all this could have been avoided if you just say, not even put that out there to the fact that she's not welcome or whatever. Let her be there. Let her be there. Like I just said a couple of minutes ago, have the conversation. Be like, hey, listen, what you said was fucked up or whatever be the case. And we could go through this. You and me. Let the kids play. You and me. We go in the back, talk about it, and that's it. That's all. Yo, listen, not for nothing, bro. I can't even say a couple of my birthdays, but like I've been to birthday parties where I'm very alertive as a child too, man, and I sense some type of energy. And one day I walked into like people fucking arguing about something that happened in the past, and the situation was like, yo, I didn't even want you to be here in the first place, but you know, you're here, let's have a conversation. And at the end of the night, they were drunk, they were cool as hell.
Right.
Simple shit like that. Because if you're gonna like remove somebody from like, you know, not being an event, which is kind of, it sucks though, is like you kind of like isolating them and some shit. It does suck though, but like to do what? To start more issues like within another person's relationship.
Yeah, which if you're not gonna invite the wife, then I feel like there should have been some kind of conversation because there had to have been some kind of bump in the road somewhere,
right?
For you to feel like I'm not gonna invite
it can't be
woman.
Coming out the blue.
So there had to have been some kind of conversation prior to all of this shit that maybe someone's not bringing up. But if there was no conversation before this and out of nowhere you're just not inviting this woman, I'm like that's a huge problem. Now it's like, why are you doing this? Are you hurt for some reason? What happened?
You not want to see him
as
happy.
a husband. I would want to know.
Right. Like, come on, man. Yeah,
I have a lot.
Yeah, man.
I've been through stuff like this. So.
No, but I'll let you get your shit off. But I wanted to ask this question first, though. How do you feel about like family being involved in like your affairs, as far as like your relationships and stuff like that?
I hate it.
Why?
I feel like they get too...
There's no positive in it?
I mean, one thing about my family, when they love you hard. So even when you're removed from me, they're still going to give you that same TLC, which I kind of don't like because I want you to create boundaries, healthy boundaries for me.
Oh, so you're just going to give them a plate of food. Okay.
I don't mind that, but when it starts getting like, you could come in my house anytime you want and all that stuff. And I'm like, come on now. But like, I love like my son's father and I have a really good co-parenting relationship.
Awesome.
I don't know if it really started off really weird. I would say it was rough to navigate, but it wasn't like I never like kept him away from him or anything like that. I would never do that even if I was mad.
Right.
But we've always done things together, which people don't get, especially when you're in new relationships. That's one thing I put on the table. Like, this is my co-parenting relationship. It's not going to change. It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, it's still my family.
Right.
But I noticed, like, I'm not the issue. And every time I think
there we go.
It's the other chick that can't handle the co-parenting. Because I've realized that people they normalize dysfunction, right? So they're not used to two parents getting along.
Right.
So we went to, what was that, Dave & Buster's. Call on bringing my girl. This was like a couple years ago. Like, no problem, whatever, because I don't care.
Right.
And so we got there before them. I think my cousins were there with me. And she was like, hey. And I was like, hi. She was like, can I give you a hug? Thought it was weird, but I still hugged her. Right? Because I want her to feel welcome.
That's weird to ask for. Can I give you a hug?
But after that, her mood changed on me.
Right after the hug?
In a negative way.
Yeah, how?
Why?
She started not talking to me, started like just isolating herself. So that's when I would realize, like, you didn't want me to give that hug. You wanted me to have a reason not to like you, and I do. I like you. But then she started being really weird and isolating. And my cousins, they're like, talking to my child father, let me get some of that. Let me taste some of that chocolate cake real quick. Laughing, asking. She couldn't get with it. And I just noticed things after it went on. Like, this girl is not going to be, it's not going to be fun working with her. And not working with her.
It is,
her.
But it's right.
But
it's being a partner.
I did have a conversation with her, and I was like, hey, I feel like I try to speak to you, you ignore me. Like, what is it? Oh, it's you. I said, oh, no, you're not going to put that on me. What do you have a problem with? She was like, I don't have a problem with anything. Okay, I just want to let you know that this co-parenting situation is going to stay the same. So, like, you have to get used to this. We're going to spend birthdays together. You need to be on board. Oh, I'm on board. And, of course, she was gone in 6 months. But I say that to say, like, I
you heard the diabolicalness, and then she was gone in 6 months.
Gone in 6 months. Just like I told. So, but I'm just saying that, like, even when people hear me, like, when they see me and my child's father out, whatever, y'all back together? No, we just came to get some wings. We want to talk about our child and just catch up. Why not do that? But people take it a different way. Like, that's bro to me.
That's tough.
Let me tell you something.
That's tough.
No, but let me tell you, this was before I was in a relationship, though.
Oh, okay.
But this is like, he's cut Liam's hair in the house with my boyfriend there. Like, they watched football while they're like, you have to have this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Why?
They're probably Dallas fans.
Yeah, they is probably Dallas Cowboys fans.
Shout out to Dallas Cowboys.
See, I knew it.
You have to make that environment so the other person can feel comfortable, right? And not feel like, is there something going on between y'all? Hell no, that's bro.
Yo,
that's weird.
Once a female calls somebody
I feel like that's
it's
weird.
over. It's over.
No.
I don't, like, when I look at him, I don't see what I saw. I was like, what the hell? Like,
see, it's over.
Just, you know,
Bro.
so it's like,
Yeah.
when I say bro, I don't mean it like that's my bro. Like, I'm not going to be hanging with him. I don't ask him about his relationship, whatever, like that. But we have, like, a healthy co-parenting relationship because my son's heart is at risk. I don't want him to see things. Even if I want to argue with him, I'll do it through text message or whatever. But, like, I don't want him to see anything. So even, like, we're going to Disney World, I asked him, you want to come? We got extra room in the hotel. Like, what's up? Like, things like that. So that.
You tough.
That's I'm not gonna lie. She said it though. Like, people
I don't want to
really
be stressed. I only have one life to live,
and
I don't want no one poking holes in my tires. And I'm definitely not doing that.
Oh shit!
I tried to say that
because I'm not wasting my gas to pull up on no fucking body.
There you go.
That's tough. You know what? I salute you because I've, like, ran into people that are co-parenting, and what the notion I get, and this from the guy's perspective, of course, is that the woman is not so much jealous because that's just the norm that people think, oh, she's just jealous of that girl. But it's the fact that the girl doesn't have, like, she has the power over the guy as far as fatherly wise,
Right.
but she doesn't have the power to like snap her finger. Hey, by the way, I need you to do something for me. So I feel like when it comes to that, there's some bad separation. Clearly, you have that down pat, but I feel like when it comes to like other people co-parenting, they don't have that separation of, okay, I can do for my son, I'm doing for my son. Just because it's doing for you, I'm not doing for you. I'm doing for our son.
Right.
So it's I my stance on co-parenting may sound fucked up. I just don't think people can co-parent peacefully.
Well, my parents were married
You don't
for.
think so?
No, I don't think
people
people
were
can
married for
co-parent
9
peacefully.
years, right? Which I didn't even know, right? Because they co-parented, because they separated, right? But I never knew that they were separated because they co-parent so effectively. Like, we did everything together, school shopping together, all of that stuff.
Right.
So when that is instilled in you and you see healthy relationships, you can then mimic those. But if you come from a place that y'all pulling up on a baby father and doing all of this, etc., of course you're going to go into that. That's why I tell people, even when you bring your child's father to court, the other parent to court, you have to be in a really good place before you take someone to court so that you're not just
A lot of people are
making a decision off of emotions because you're hurt because this person had a girlfriend. You need to look at, when you heal, look at, is it worthy for me to go to court with this person?
Right. Yeah.
And we went to court to establish like custodial rights because I didn't know as a parent you have to.
Right.
And the judge was like, did y'all come in here together? We're like, yeah, we rode together. He was like,
That doesn't never happen.
what?
And
it
that's
was like,
and that's the stigma.
oh, we want to establish a schedule. So we went in the mediation room, and the mediator was like, I have never seen this happen before. He was like, we left together. He was like, you guys are not even supposed to be here. We was like, we just want something in writing. So if something happens, we have. He was like, this is like, he was like, I salute you guys. Like, it was no arguing. It was none of that. We were just like, okay, do this. Okay. And we walked out and we went to a diner after, got some food and left and went home.
That's tough. That's
Holy
tough.
shit.
I mean, but dude, I'm gonna go back to dude because you said I don't believe co-parent. What I say?
I was like, yeah, you don't believe that co-parenting could just be easy peasy?
No, I don't. And only reason, no, I don't. The reason I say that is because of, I guess, the way I was brought up in the sense of like, my parents been married for like 30 something years, 30 plus years, maybe even longer. Well, I'm 35, so it definitely probably was longer than. No, well, I'm 35, 30, whatever. Mom, I know you watch this podcast.
30 plus.
Yeah.
There you go.
So she knows she's gonna get at me because she watches this shit. But I've been brought up in that type of household. I'm getting older. I see like like the things they go through and stuff like that, but they always find a way to make it work.
Sure.
Now when I see like people co-parenting, I'm just like, y'all don't see like even when you said it's like, I saw something in you, and I'm just like, when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, you did, because you were willing to have a child with me. You were willing to let's start it. I don't think of course, a lot of kids, sad to say, have been mistake babies, but there's some people like you with your intelligence to say no, and I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. That you lay down with this guy, or you've been with this guy, and you said
100% planned.
right. So
But that
your
doesn't
plan
mean
was.
anything, but you don't understand. What I'm saying is, I remember being so hurt over you, and now I look at you, and I don't have any feelings.
But what was your plan when you were
to
planning?
marry this man?
Right.
You're very
saying
traditional.
The way how women work, they can easily just detach from you in a snap of a second once they see something that they don't find attractive anymore.
Some.
I kind of agree and disagree. It takes us a while to get there, but when we're there, you'll never know. We can still be in a relationship, but we're already mentally checked out.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's all the same thing. You're out of it, even though you're there physically. But really,
you're just a placeholder. You're just holding the place.
You don't find this man sexy. Once a woman don't find you sexy at all anymore, I feel like there's really there's not much you can do to really turn that around.
So, like, for me, I thought this was the person I was going to marry, right? But then people grow apart. You notice that you're immature, right? I don't regret my sin. It was planned. But then you guys grow in different directions, and it's okay to move in different directions. Now, the split was a little bit tumultuous. That's fine, right? I went through my feelings, but I never did anything. Like, even with the establishment, I never did anything until I was 100% healed.
That's dope.
Because
I
was just like, I don't want to make decisions off of emotions and go in that courtroom and start flying. And then I look crazy and it's not, this person did this. I don't care about who you're dating.
You look like a regular statistic, like everything. Like everything
I just want to go in here with a clear head, and I want us to be with the same mindset. And our focus is on this child. That's it.
That's fire, man.
Yeah. How I see it, it's almost like, as a guy, almost every other woman, not almost every other woman, but there might be a woman who you probably lost years ago, and it probably was because your fault. Like, you probably did some immature shit. And I haven't said that you cheated on her, some shit like that. She probably just looked at you and was like, "Yeah, this is a clown moment. I can't unsee that."
Right. You know how many times he asked about?
And
all right.
And
I got it still in writing. And I said, last time you did XYZ, I can't look past that. I'm good.
Expect their cat.
I have a quick question when the whole separation thing. I know you want to get back to when you was feeling healed. At that time, did you feel like dating was like kind of like overrated after a while? I was like, you know what? Let me just not even attempt this. Like, fuck this. I'm gonna be completely like isolated or something around that grain.
So there were 2 breakups, right? The first one was like, my son was like probably 8 months. That was the hardest one because I was going through postpartum too. Right. I didn't move out the apartment. I went back home and I was going through it because they already told me I scored high on postpartum, but I was just like, no way. So I'm like literally in a dark room all day. My mom's helping me wash Liam. I couldn't get out of bed. Ooh. Right. And then I'm going through a breakup. So I'm crying on top of that, losing all this weight like crazy. I went from like 175 to 120 pounds. Like, I can't do anything. And then one day I was just like, I need help. I need to go see whoever I need to see for this postpartum. And I had my one last cry, and I was like, I'm not crying over this nigga no more. That's what Aquarius, when we get that shit in our head, we gonna straighten up real quick.
Enough is enough.
So I started going through my healing journey. And in that time, after a couple of months, I was like, I want to go date. I started meeting some really, really, really good men that made me feel like I'm not ready to go in a relationship, but I'm ready to just get to know people, there, right? So I'm back in and then this nigga come back. I want my family back.
Of course,
that's the number one comeback. It always starts, baby. I just want my family back.
Like that.
You know what?
I want my family back.
I don't want to regret, and I want to at least try.
Right.
And then you do it the second time. I'm like, oh nah. But I went through it twice. So the second time, it was a little bit less lengthy, but I still went through emotions. But that second time, I was like, it won't happen a third time.
Oh, that was it.
And that's when but I didn't think dating was overrated. I actually think it opened my eyes that there's so many good men out here. There's so many people that's willing to give me what I want and willing not to do the things that this person does.
Right.
And I can just move on even with a child. So I had a really good time. And the person I went on a date with 10 years later, and it was still the best date I ever had.
Really?
So you know what's crazy? Sabi, good job, bro. Because I know what you did.
Great job. I know.
So I want you now to be impartial. And this is the part of the show where I want you to turn off the cat brain.
Okay, turn off the cat brain.
Right. And turn on the
woman brain?
Yes.
The emotional one?
Yes. So when, of course, I sent you what we're going to talk about, being dating overrated, and Sabi is a great segue to it. I brought that topic up to the group because I felt like dating is overrated. And the reason I say that is because you can go on probably the most amazing date. Like you said 10 years ago, you went on a very amazing date, right? And yet...
I saw him in 2015, and then I went out with him again in 2019.
Right. Is he's still the same?
He was the same person. I still talk to him to this day because he's cool.
Okay, see, and I'm so glad you said that.
Wait,
why
is
it
that didn't date? Yeah, didn't.
Did y'all y'all didn't get in a relationship or nothing?
No, we didn't get in a relationship.
Y'all just dating.
We dated. We had a ball.
What? But Wait,
My head. Wait, my head hurt. What?
So, yeah,
This is why dating
you know
is over?
No. Let me.
Sabi,
Go ahead, process, Savi.
Sabi head hurt right now.
When you say you guys had a ball, do you guys had a ball more as friends or more as something where you guys?
We
could
liked
see
each other, so we would get to know each other. We would go out to like dates. We would have fun, go to dinner. We would talk.
Yeah.
But at that time, I knew I wasn't ready for a relationship, and he respected that.
Okay.
So fast forward to now, what would you said from 20?
We went out again like 2019.
And were you ready?
Were
at the
you
time?
in that
Or
in
you
a
was
better
like,
space?
I was not. You know why? Because let me tell you something about me. When I get out of a relationship, it takes me like 7 years to get back in the game again.
That's
I don't go and I don't have a lot of relationships. So with my child's father, it was like 4 years. After that, I was like, I need time to get my shit together and see what I actually want. And I wasn't dating as much as I thought. So I just thought it was unfair to me to be in a relationship when I don't even know what I want.
But then, do you feel like going on that second date with the guy that you guys had a great time with, like
he hit me up.
Oh, he hit you
in
up?
2019. Said I was that's the time I used to drink. And I guess I put on my Instagram, I'm drunk. My car's in the lobby. Somebody remind me tomorrow.
Oh,
he
slid.
He
slid.
That
Right in that
made you
DM.
slid.
By the way,
baby girl, your car's in that lot.
By the way, your car's in that lot, and I want to take you out next week. Say less.
That boy good.
So I got my car and I get food.
Say less.
Yeah.
But I'm always honest when I'm dating. So dating to me is not being intimate with people. It's literally me going on multiple dates. Like, and I'm very honest when I'm in that process.
So dating is not genuine then.
So no.
That's why I feel like no, it's not, because this is why I feel like it's
over.
over.
Have sex with you to
No,
get to
but
know
see,
you.
and then there's the problem. Everybody equates dating to sex.
No,
it's
saying,
not.
But people think that every time when you say dating, they think like,
Yeah, that's
hold
what
on,
I do.
what's going on?
Wait, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, basically. Like you're like
When I'm outside, I'm outside.
Okay, got
and
it.
everybody know I'm outside.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, just to let you know, you're not the only one. But let me tell you something. Don't lie to me.
Right.
If I'm being funky with you, let's
She
be
dropped
funky
the
with
mic.
me. But once you start lying, that's when I get upset because I don't lie.
But
Right.
what are we doing here? So why are we dating?
No. What do you mean?
Liv is confused.
Getting my feet wet, right? I'm trying to see what's for me, just like men do, but behind women's back. Okay, let's do that.
Some
Okay,
people.
you act like that.
Some people.
You act like
Some
you
guys.
act like you're the only one, and then you have 5 on the side. What I'm doing is bring it to the forefront, baby. I'm not ready yet. We can chill, kick it. I want you to know I might go on a couple dates. If you're cool with it, I'm cool with it.
But why have the mindset to date? Because
I need to know what I like. I've been out the game. I don't know what I like. Your maturity level, everything changes when you go through a breakup.
That's true.
So like,
your inputs.
I'm trying to figure out what's for me. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's being verbalized and vocalized to everyone and that's in the situation.
So, cause like we had a conversation a couple of pods ago, and cause I used to do that. I used to do like multiple dating and shit, and it used to fuck me up because of the fact that I will get people's like stories mixed up in a sense. Like, say you might have an allergic reaction to something.
We didn't have no
and then
notebook.
I'll be like, yo, well, you got allergic. No, that's not me. I'm like, oh,
How
we
many
can't go. We can't
people?
get seafood.
I'm not doing like 10 people.
No.
Like
crazy
top
nothing
3,
like
you
that.
know?
Top three.
That's a
Top
lot.
3. But listen, like there was one time I liked 2 guys, and I was like, I know one of them gonna fuck up because I gave y'all both the same thing, right? Just tell me the truth, right? I went out a date with another guy, and I told another nigga pick me up, and at this time, while he drove off, the other one came, and that's fine. Like
You
So-
had dates
so
on
the
the
one-
same day?
oh, that was so fun. By the way. That was so fun, literally
Hey,
back
yeah.
to back. But I enjoyed the second date more, right? But the first person did fuck up. He lied to me. He had a whole girlfriend the entire time. So like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I know shit. Like I can feel it. I'm like, what's that lipstick doing right there? Why you got on your dick appointment shorts? Like I'm just asking all these questions.
Detective Cat
And he
at
was
your
just like,
services.
Some people got cousins.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My cousin can't wear lipstick in my house.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I got hella female cousins,
Sure.
dog.
But, like,
Me too.
I just feel like there's I don't think dating's overrated. I think that it's needed. I think that you need to know that to find your partner. I think people put on a facade when they're dating. So it's good to, when you get past that little honeymoon stage, to see how they really react. And I don't feel like you should put your eggs in one basket as a single person.
But it's overrated to me.
I converted, man.
It's overrated to me.
I did.
So how are you going to find the one you like? You had to date your girl.
Right. But see, the reason why I say it's overrated is because the fact of the matter is, just in the scenario that you brought up, it's like, how can I focus and genuinely lock in with this guy when I know for a fact I got to, it's 7, cash me out. I got to be home by 8 for the next date.
I didn't do it like that, though.
I mean, but at that
the
point, you know you're gonna lose her anyway.
I was like, I'm gonna go home. Actually, I think you were there. I think we was at somewhere in Elizabeth. I met
about
up
Doobie
with
name in the mix.
I think it was Zeke's birthday, and I brought someone.
Yes.
Like, who's this? Because it was just my friend.
Bang.
But I don't feel like I could get that mixed. I didn't say like, oh, I gotta be back at this time. I just let the night flow. The person was like, oh, you want to go out? I was like, sure, I'll let you know when I come back.
Can you give that person the same? Can you give the I guess date A the same attention, knowing that you have, I guess, a backup?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Date B was not a backup. I think they were both toe to toe. First of all, I gave them both the same grace. One kept it real,
and one did
not.
Okay.
I honestly didn't know which way it was gonna go.
I mean, at the end of the day, the decision is hers, but at the same time, it's like it's up to the men to make her want them. So whether her feelings is gonna be her feelings at the end of the day, regardless. One guy, he eliminated himself when he decided not to tell the truth. Yeah. And that's where he fucked up. So let's say if he didn't have a girl, at that point, let's say he just tell the truth about everything, but he's just a more entertaining guy. Then at that point, he could just win out that whole competition, because she's putting these two guys in the competition without them knowing, kind of, or they do know. But it's still up to them to win her over.
Right.
That's
you have to put everyone on a scale of 10, 1 to 10. Have everyone be at a 10, and let them decide
give her,
if they want to go down low.
Thing is,
what suck? Well, go ahead.
No, my fault. I'm about to say, my thing is like, I'm pretty sure one of them it was like overstepping one another when it's like a phone call, or like, I'm pretty sure they was like, yo, what you up to? And then they want to have a long conversation at the end.
Never.
Nah.
One, their schedules were totally different. And if two, you make time for who you want to make time for, right? I would be able to do that. I've never gotten them confused. I don't like date like 10 people at the same time. I don't have time for that. And it's too stressful. But I just don't want to have, I just feel like when you're dating, you're not just supposed to date one person
at the end of the
until
day,
you both align that you want to be exclusive.
At the end of the day, bro, that's almost the life of a woman anyway, of an attractive woman. There's always going to be some guy trying to get at them regardless, even if she's dating them or not. That's why I said the game never ends. Because if you have an attractive woman, there's always going to be some guy that's trying to
date
impress
B,
her regardless.
Date B was clocking me. Because I remember the first breakup, Date B was following me on Instagram. I guess he saw, because I never took my child's father's pictures down until 3 years later after the breakup. So I guess he saw them pictures. He unfollowed me like
green light, baby.
Yeah,
she's still there.
She's still locked in. Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Right.
But when the pictures came down, though,
I
I was like, "Are you back? I remember you. You probably. I remember you."
She never really, even though she's dealing with these two dudes, it's not really up to her to try to impress these guys. It's really the guy's really trying to impress her. Yeah. And then she's just making a decision whether she's gonna.
That's crazy you say that, because now I'm starting to think that the power of dating is in the hands of the woman.
It's always in the hands of a female, bro.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be.
But no. It's really in the power of the man. If he knows what the fuck he's doing.
That is factual.
That's the conversation we want. I need to have.
Factual. I'm so tired. First of all, I'm tired of these. I'm so sick of y'all niggas complaining about doing what men are supposed to do. Y'all complain about not getting fucking flowers. Y'all complain about not getting fucking gifts.
So men can't be sassy. So you don't like a sassy man?
Guys want
y'all
flowers?
Complain about. Let me tell you, these niggas. How come y'all never take us on a date?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something.
I mean,
sassy men,
cool,
keep being sassy.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all fathers. Y'all mom didn't pick up a fucking spoon, a fucking whatever. Y'all fathers took care of y'all mothers, right? Just like.
Can I counter that?
Hold on. Your mother is like, y'all need to lower y'all standards. I said, not you saying that when a nigga built you a whole house.
That's a big fact.
Damn.
And you want me to lower my standards when
But
your man
He
built
built
from
that hand.
scratch
He built
a
that shit
house?
from the foundation. But let me counter that. And you know why? I love that you brought it back and you took it back to the golden ages. Because you know what women did back then?
Be
They
loyal.
didn't complain. They didn't want to be head of the household. They didn't want to be, oh, look at me. No, they played their
We don't
part.
want to be head of the household.
A lot of women
We
now,
just are.
No, but a lot of women nowadays don't like to be role players. They want to be the star. So
It depends.
So
no, it don't depend. It's all the time.
No, it's not. I still want a man to lead me, right?
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, men are not secure to lead. Y'all don't
Because you don't give us enough to tell us to
No,
lead.
let me tell you. No, I don't have to. That's your position. You're supposed to
Masculinity,
know how to lead.
honestly, masculinity and femininity is always going to be the same. I feel like no matter what century we're in, like it's only in your head that you think it's going to be fucking different. But to me, a woman is always going to be a woman. If you do the same exact thing in any century, you have to make her.
Nah, I have to disagree.
It's true though, because let me tell you
so.
why. Let me
Make
tell you,
her
there's
want
so
you.
many factors in here, right? I can make more than you. Now you feel like you're not the head of the household. I never told you that. I just make more than you.
But what if you
Now
move?
you're-
But what
now
if you
you're
move that
projecting-
way?
Wait, now you're no. How am I moving? Because I make more than you.
No,
No.
but I'm saying the way you move is the way you carry yourself, in the sense of you saying, "Well, I know I make more than him, so I know if I say, you know what, babe, we don't really need to do this and that. We're doing it. You're overriding you're overriding my decision because you make
But
more.
why is she overriding your decision? It goes back to what are you doing? You're not proving your masculinity to her, and you're not leading and
No.
protecting. It doesn't matter if you make $0 in that house. There are women that
Yeah.
break their backs every day and come make their
Women
something
fuck
to
broke
eat.
dudes all the time.
You need to be able to
This is true.
protect and
This
to
is true.
lead. And I feel like men take money and think that is leading a household. It is 2024.
It's-
We make a lot of fucking money now.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up to say that though, but everything is always stemming off of money nowadays.
It is.
If-
That's what it's come from. I feel
what
like
is-
when
It's-
people
we in a society of what can you do for me now?
and then on top of that,
It
men
is.
are actually becoming like
Sassy.
sassy.
Yes,
Live it.
and I'm here for it.
Wait,
and I will have a
You're
shirt that
begging,
says
you're asking
make America sassy again.
It's just
Oh,
weird
I have
to me
that.
because I was like,
that up.
these same people are saying, oh, I want you guys to pay 50-50 of the bill. Okay, so which one are you lead? Are you going to lead the household or not?
Yeah, you know what it is?
What do you want to do?
What-
Because
what-
you can't say that you want to be the man in the household and then tell me I got to pay the bills. And all. I don't mind paying the bills, but which one do you want to do? Because your mom, who by the way probably wasn't fucking married to your dad,
Jesus Christ.
But
now I'm getting my be my peace stuff.
go
now.
ahead,
All
talk this
these,
shit.
all these people that's complaining, moms were baby mothers. See, my
Mm.
mom was a whole wife. So it's a little bit different.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
All right. So I want to know, I always ask them, but did your dad do it for your mom? And that's when they,
But here's my thing, and I feel like a lot of people are missing, not you, but you may be missing it too. What I'm trying to say is, with your strong personality and with your strong mindedness, you feel like I can do bad by myself. You may not say
no,
that.
I can
Hold
be
up.
submissive 100%.
You can't.
to the right man.
You can, but you're not going to let go of that maybe 0.1% of saying I can do bad by myself. And that's why I feel that's the problem.
I don't think that at all. I don't think that I can't, like, I think that independent shit is definitely a deterrent. I don't think that, I'm not saying, I think women became this way, one, because we didn't have much. We had to fight for rights, to just to work, to do this, etc. So I feel like that we're always proving ourselves, like we can do it too.
So
But I don't feel like I can just do bad all myself. I don't want to be lonely. I want to be married. I want a household. I want it to be fair. I want him to cook sometimes. I want me to cook sometimes. I don't think
so you
there's
only
any-
want 50-50 in certain aspects of the situation.
I just said that. That was
No,
an
just but
example.
I'm just saying in general.
No, I think that in a household, when you're a union, that's why it's called half, my better half, it's 50-50.
Ladies,
But,
please take notes.
However, there are times that you know that your partner's there's an 80-20 rule. Somebody's not going to give 50, and you're going to have to be okay with that sometimes.
There's going to be
Right?
80. There's going to be 80-20. Yes.
There's
60-40.
certain things that they're going to
Yeah.
be better at that you're not better at, but you have to be okay with that.
Right.
That's why it's called yin
So
and yang.
can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Why do why do women, and I don't know if you feel this way. Well, you kind of did say it. Why do you feel like men are claiming themselves as sassy now?
Because these niggas don't even buy flowers for women, but asking for flowers. These niggas don't do they do the bare minimum, right? Like, y'all think, it's just so, the way that men articulate dates is crazy to me. Because one, I don't think a date should be more than, I'm going to say this, people are going to gag. I think a first date should not be more than $30. And
I like this.
And let me tell you,
yeah, we got to clap. I got claps to that. Over, I got you.
I had one day I went on a date with someone. This was a while ago, and he was like, "Where do you want to go? I said, "I just want to take a walk in the park and get to know you, because I don't even know if I want you to spend money on me, because I don't even know if I like you."
Right.
You are the truth.
I just feel, and don't get me wrong, my boyfriend, my first date, he took me on a 203. I was like, why are you doing that? Because now you set a standard too, right?
Yes. Now I gotta
that you gotta keep up with.
Now you gotta exactly.
And my uncle told him, "You sure you want to do that with her?" You know, I'm
salute to you for doing that.
I am very high maintenance. I'm not gonna lie, but when it comes to dates, I feel like the first date should just be an initial conversation. It could be Starbucks. It could be this.
Some genuine energy.
Exactly.
To it.
Right.
Walk in the park,
and then you can take those steps. But I just feel like men just think I'm spending all this money. Then y'all complain she drank too much. She didn't even call me back. But
I ain't never gonna complain for a girl drink too much, because that's the guts. I'm gonna get those guts.
But I don't like when men are complaining about not getting flowers. My father has never complained about getting flowers.
But
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't want no
flowers.
Go
I
ahead,
ain't gonna lie. It's the fact that where we at in the today's day and age, we have more of a free boundary of conversation that we can have on a platform, and nowadays we are same way as a female. We're speaking of things that bothered us that we just, I guess, freely speaking about now, and it does come off sassy.
It comes off as complaining. That's
does.
all.
And that's the thing, though. I think for
we get our hair done. How come we can't get it?
Yeah, but
I'm like, God, y'all already wearing Birkins. So what else do you want from us?
Wait, so that's the thing, though. So yeah, granted, I mean, we do complain. We definitely do complain, but at the same time, I think because we don't really talk as much, or we don't get a chance to express our emotions as much.
There we go.
And because it's such, that what makes us more sassy. Because if you think about it, for a guy, we always hear problems or something like that from our significant other, or we always
look at to handle the situation.
We're the handlers and stuff, though.
Right.
So like when things like that happen or whatever, it's like, all right, let's let us vent or let us talk.
You can, but that's what your therapist is for, and I'm not
Right.
that. And that's why I say you need to come healed
I'm not gonna
to
lie, though.
me, because why are you coming to me about things that internally you're battling with?
But that's the thing, though. I mean,
maybe I need a new voice in my ear to understand.
But then you come and express yourself, but you don't have to complain about it. Anytime, why can we do this?
Yeah,
why
honestly,
can men do this?
Honestly, I don't agree with that. I'm really approaching a woman and say, how come you don't do this? Like, you should never do that. How come you don't do this shit for me?
Well, I'm not.
You need to do something
no
to
man.
make her
I don't think no
want to
man
wanna
does
do
that.
Thank you.
But I don't think no man does that, though.
When a woman is vulnerable, she will do anything for you.
No, that's facts, though.
Yeah,
She will
true.
do anything
And
for
then,
you.
hold on, but guess what I just created for a woman that does anything from you? A fucking hurt fucking person that now goes into the trend of you saying, no. You need to come healed, because at the end of the day, I was hurt.
That's not
But
healed.
I'm not.
That's
you
not-
were, but you were hurt because you were super vulnerable for me.
It has nothing to do with that. It's called, you have to set boundaries. If you want a healthy relationship, you need to be in a healthy relationship with
How
someone
can
else.
that person set a healthy relationship if they're too vulnerable? They don't know a boundary.
So go to therapy and work on your vulnerability
I'm not
and work
gonna
on
lie.
things that trigger you.
But like we said before, not everyone have resources.
I don't want a broken
Not
person.
everyone
We
has
all
resources.
know that broken people transfer energies. There's
Right.
something called soul ties.
Right.
And there's nothing
Yep.
wrong with
We spoke
someone
about that.
saying, I don't want this broken person in my life. I've had this in the past and I see where it goes. I need you. I like you, but I need you to work on yourself for me.
Right.
And if you really love me, you're going to do the work.
But
Why is that a problem?
Right, but
It
I
has
have a
nothing about doing hurt. It's about creating boundaries for yourself.
right. But how can? Because you said heal. Like, how can you tell people like come to me heal? And I'm pretty sure if a person never seek therapy knows exactly how heals feel like. Like, what's the?
I feel like I'm in therapy, and I've been in therapy for 4 years. I I just feel like when you're on the right path. There's certain decision makings that are different. The way your outlook on perspectives are different. There's things that probably would have triggered you that don't trigger you. You know when you're on the right path, and you know when your partner's on the right path. You start seeing those changes. And once you see those changes, you're like, okay, we're both working on each other, right? And then maybe we can work together in therapy as a couple, and then let's go from there. But like that stigma too of Black men in therapy is crazy to me. I talked about it on Instagram. I think that's when you hit me up.
That's
the
where
podcast.
that's exactly
I
when
I said this verbatim. I was like, we need to talk about Black men and an unhealed trauma. And then they projected to their kids, their sons, don't cry. You can't cry.
Man up.
And then do all of that.
Yeah.
And then those sons go to their relationships unhealed, and their wife is over here expressing themselves, and they're just looking at them like wallpaper because they don't even know how to express their feelings. That's what I mean. Like, come healed.
Yeah, but
Not
at the same time, like I kind of agree with that don't cry shit, because you crying is really not solving anything.
Yeah,
it's really just you just shedding water out your face.
It's emotion.
So you want to raise a sociopath then that has no feelings, that doesn't even know how. You're not even thinking about the future. So that son that you're telling not to cry is somebody else's daughter that they're going to be dating. So all that, all those
address the situation, because some dudes they might take this crying shit to the next level. Yeah, and like, you know what? I'm gonna go cry it out. And then I'm gonna take a deep breath and just
for example, like
and then make a bad decision after that.
No, I'm saying Liam's football team, right? Yeah. They lost the playoffs. There are kids crying. They're passionate about football. Don't let your dad see you crying. Don't you dare cry. Why not?
That's the man's sport.
Why not? It's a passion for them. But let them cry. And I'm not saying, and let them express themselves freely, because I'm thinking about someone's future daughter that this son's gonna be dating, and then now you're passing all that unhealed trauma to him. Now she can't even get a word out of him when she's expressing herself. That's what I'm thinking about. Crying doesn't make you less masculine.
But
how does it help?
But I also
it makes you vulnerable.
But I also don't want
let out things.
I also don't want my son or daughter or whoever to cry after every failure. I want them to wear it on the chin and say, you know what, that didn't work.
But then
this
that's what talking is for. When they cry it out, you talk about that.
But I can't cry. I can't talk
about that.
I can't talk to them now. I'd rather talk to them in the moment than to talk to them after they had a cry.
When you say don't cry, you know what that do? It shuts up all their emotions, and now they're not even be able to come to you about things. Yeah. And this is how kids end up committing suicide and all that stuff, because people shut them up. These kids are in a fragile ass state. They're not millennials. Gen Z and Gen Alpha are fucking fragile. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
They are fragile. We didn't grow up with social media, so there are things I have to tiptoe around my son around. I check his phone every night because I want to make sure he's not being bullied or no. There are things that we have to do differently. We come from a different generation, but they're very fragile.
Yeah, we built different.
We did not have social media. We would not have been able to survive. I know I wouldn't have. So know that you can get beat up and go home and just you live to see another day.
Cyberbullying back in the day, all that shit,
and it's forever. There's a lot of things that we have to take in perspective. So when I see these kids that are in a different generation, I handle them differently. They can't handle the type of things we went through: a Great Depression, recession, 9/11 attack,
and then COVID.
We have traumatizing. Like our generation have seen everything.
Yeah, man.
Right. And they couldn't even handle not having internet for 4 weeks during the pandemic.
Yeah, once the internet went down, nigga, it was like, Dad, Wi-Fi's down.
There are things like my son. He had his first heartbreak.
How old is your son?
He's 9.
Liam, man, even though you should be watching this, but
man, let me tell you something. When I saw him run out that room, and I was on the phone. I was like, "What's going on?" And he was in his room crying. I was like. At first, I was about to say, "Don't cry over no girl," but then I said,
"That's crazy that your first reaction was don't cry."
Because I wanted to say like she's not worth your tears, but then I said, "I'm gonna let him cry it out," because you know what? I want you to get all of that out, and then we're gonna have a conversation about it.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with him about it. I didn't tell his dad until later on. I said, "Don't tell him. This is what happened," and then he was fine. But then that made him more vulnerable to come to me. Right? To talk about his feelings and not feel judged, because I felt like he was like, I'm not telling dad, instead of me reacting that way. But I'm just a little bit more gentler. And I know that, gentle parenting is a thing, but my son be he's in the boundary. I be gentle parenting, but he he could definitely be on the other side.
No, he's a boy.
He's a boy. So
Like-
he's a really boy. But I just wanted to keep that open dialogue because this generation is so different and so fragile that they're killing themselves at 5, 6. That we have to keep that.
The first sign of someone not liking them or something like that.
Now, question. Now, you having that conversation with him being more vulnerable. You don't think there's a chance that the same people that approach women and say, how come you don't give me flowers? How come you don't do this and a third? You don't think that type of thing might groom that type of man?
Oh, I said 100%. I got on my phone. I said, I'm scared. My son either going to turn into Jagged Edge or Future. That's exactly what I said.
It could be a Drake.
That's exactly what I said.
There's no middle.
Said,
Jagged Edge or Future. There's no middle.
When men get through heartbreak, baby, it turns up a notch. And
men love hard.
Yes.
The
So
first
day,
love.
I said, how are you feeling? I'm good. I said, oh, I got a future.
Yep.
I got a future.
Cold-hearted.
But then he started like doing little things to don't bring her up in conversations. I won't. He set his boundaries. And I set my boundaries with her too when he was asleep because she was still texting him. I said, don't text his phone no more. I saw all the text messages.
Wait, so you answered back?
Oh, she was playing with his head.
Oh, okay.
Like she was playing with his head.
Now, good thing. I guess you probably intercepted it, but a lot of times, dudes.
He might have needed that.
Yeah, like
he might have
needed
needed
let that ride out.
Yeah,
I could have, but I felt like she was playing with him. Like, you saw me.
He had to learn. He had to learn.
I think that was a mother intuition jumping in.
I had to, you know why? Because in that moment, my son is already broken, and you're already breaking him down more by saying, "Oh, were you mad when I saw you hugging this dude?" First of all, girl, you're in
how
fifth
old
grade.
is this girl?
My son is in 4th grade. Why you over here talking to a 4th grader? And I told her the next time you do it, I'm gonna be at your parents' door.
Oh,
because that also shows you ain't got no father in your life. Why are you doing all of this?
Why you
doing all of this?
All right, so
time out.
Okay. I would never say that to her, but I knew she had an absence of a father because there's no way you doing all this shit.
But how old she is? She was in the same grade?
No, she was in 5th grade. He's in 4th.
Oh, she been in the game.
My young boy.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
That's why Cameron was like,
shout out to the young boy for pulling the 5th grade. Yeah, heard?
Cameron was like, it's all right. Middle school gonna fuck her up.
Yeah.
The boy's gonna eat her alive.
Oh, that boy good.
Shout out to the homie Liam, man. You pulled that 5th grader. You did.
But yeah, that's why I'm a little bit more gentler.
Wave up.
It's a little bit different with us growing up. These kids are very fragile, and I need him to come to me about anything.
So before he
was mad though because I forgot. I deleted from his phone, but I forgot it was connected to his iPad.
So he seen it.
So he saw it.
I bet you he lashed out at you.
He was like,
See, he needed that.
He needed that though.
he was back and popping after that. He didn't care.
But see, that's the thing. If he'd have seen that raw, he would have been. He wouldn't have been Future.
He'd been a player. He'd be like,
He
what?
would have been Future. He'd have been.
No, he wouldn't have.
He'd have been Ray J out this motherfucker.
He'd been popping his cloud
He
up.
was still in love with her after he was like, why can't we be together? And I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna make you a Future this time.
I ain't gonna hold you though.
All right, so hey, honestly, at the end of the day, you really you came home anyway.
Yeah.
First of all, my boyfriend was like, what? We need to go to their house. No, fuck that. I'm like, calm the fuck
Nah, he's
down.
relax.
His dad was like, first of all, we're not going to anybody's house.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know what anybody has in their
I was
car.
like, nah. Because the reason why I said that to her, because I looked back on the text message and it looked like a parent text Liam like, she don't need to be talking to boys. I see you text. First of all, you should have contacted me. And secondly, your daughter over here talking about sitting on niggas and all that stuff. Don't make me pull up these screenshots, girl. That's why I told her, you got one more time, I'm going to send the receipts.
Yo, I remember in 4th grade.
It was crazy, bro.
Yo, I remember in 4th grade at the fucking summer school when I liked somebody. I was like, yo, let her do kickball. I'm waiting for her at home. I mean, like, I'm going to kick for you, baby. I'm going to run for you, and then you just be home. These females out here now sending messages like that, hugging niggas.
It's way
5th
more
grade?
explicit nowadays,
Jesus.
bro.
She was
Well,
very...
we was just worried about kickball.
She was-
We really worried about kickball, basketball.
No,
Yeah.
these kids, first of all, she was very, very toxic. My mom said that from the beginning.
5th grade?
That's what I'm
Toxic. When I
saying.
mean toxic, like, he had to tell her that's why there was a lot of red flag. He had to tell her his every move. She'll be like,
Oh,
why you
she
didn't
one of
text me?"
those.
I'm with my mom. No, you weren't. I said, yes, he was. And I told him one time.
So
she's
she's checking his location.
Yeah, I'm
she
about
never
to say,
checked
she's
his
checking
location.
location.
Like, we had a mommy and date, and he was like, I can't. I have to respond because she gets mad. I said, you're not responding because we're on a mommy and son date, and she needs to wait.
So you're teaching him masculinity, honestly.
Yes,
Even though you let him cry in that one moment, you really telling him how to be a man in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In this time.
Yeah,
In this instance,
things that's very important.
Exactly.
Like business before pleasure, and like
keep the main thing, and focus on what's supposed to focus on.
My mom was like, I'm not buying her any more ice cream after school. I knew it.
Shout out your mom, because your mom the OG. Both of y'all moms are the OGs. But before I get to the nightcap, there was a question that you made me forget, but now I remember it now.
What about the apply pressure?
No, not apply pressure. I did want to get into that, but
we need to get into that.
Well, we'll get into that then. You know what? We can get into that because we got time now.
Apply pressure.
Yeah, we got part. No, not the apply pressure. But before we get into
7 o'clock, we better wrap this shit up.
Oh, it is? I didn't even know.
My bad.
I didn't even know.
She coming back.
No, she'll be back. We'll
She'll
get
be
part
back.
to it. But
Yeah,
only thing this is what I wanted to say before we go to the nightcap. When you come back, we'll have that conversation.
Okay, we can.
But I've always I jokingly say that I'm the sassy one, right?
Oh, you are.
And I am. I am. And what kind
What's
of
your sign, first of all?
Aries?
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but anyway.
I'm Aries.
But the reason why I glorify sassiness and guys, I guess, and I quote that, is because the fact of the matter is, and even in the relationship that I am, I know my worth. And I understand, like, I do a lot. So it's not like I'm saying, I'm not one of those guys that's like, why did I don't get flowers? Why am I not getting why are you not taking me out on dates? I'm not that type of sassy. What sassiness I prefer, and what I'm saying is that I am a man of my word. I am a man of I stand on business.
Okay.
So you as my lady, as my girlfriend, have to understand that you have to also hold your weight too.
100%.
I'm not asking you to hold your weight, but I'm saying you have to hold your weight.
But did you ask your lady what's her love language?
Yeah, no, I know her love language.
So then what if her love language is not what you think, right? So when people say
you have to adapt.
When did this love
language
come
from?
out?
Worth determined. This has been out forever. Shout out to Gary Chapman. First of all, there's one for singles and one for relationship. But my thing is this: your worth is like a gift does not tell me your worth. So, like, me not giving you a gift doesn't mean that you're not worth it. I could just say, I appreciate everything you do for me.
I'll take that.
Okay, I'll take that. But if I take you saying that, it should not classify me as being sassy just because I would love to hear that.
I'm talking about things like, how come you never take me out on a date? How come, like...
Why back to reciprocation. Why can that not be reciprocated if
it can, but why do you have to go up and get emotional about it?
Why do you have to mention it? What you saying?
It's not.
It's always it's like I want to go on a date. How come you never take me on a date? If you already expressed that, excuse me, because I just burped. Why are you gonna just say that when you felt that way?
Because now if I say it, then it's like, well, what? You're the man. You should be taking me out on a date.
It's the way you express it, and that's what you guys.
Okay, so sassy. So that's the line. The way you say it.
Sassiness is not just that to me. Sassiness is just like
everything
about what a woman does. You have a problem with. That is sassy to me. Y'all niggas work around here with tighter shorts than me, all right, and Birkin bags, and y'all doing this little. You guys are voguing on stage and then telling me you're a real nigga.
That's not a nigga.
I'm so confused right now.
We confused with you.
I'm so confused right now.
Any nigga that's voguing on stage, I'm
like,
confused.
Yeah,
women don't like to be told what to do. A woman will do things for you naturally. They'll send you stuff for your hair. How come I don't never get money for my hair? Nigga, go pay for your own haircut.
Yeah, like honestly, like I said,
I want to get my haircut paid for.
Yeah, but I will send it to you. But don't tell me when to send it. Don't tell me none of that to send it. Because nigga,
well, the barber told me my haircut was done. I need it now.
Me and first of all, like me and your expenses are two totally different ball games right now. First of all, men and women.
You're right.
But I just feel like let a woman at least try to show initiative before you start getting all sassy and start arguing.
True. Very true.
And I'm not saying that you can't express yourself. I think that you should be feel valued. You should be worthy. Because there's some ain't shit bitches out here too.
Talk about it.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
There are men pulling their weight, paying all the bills, and these girls are running rapid. Leave. Your wife is at home praying for you right now. Leave that girl alone. Your wife is praying for you at home, wondering where you are.
Right.
But I don't want you to think that it's just like a man bashing thing. It's not. But I want you guys to know that we do want to live in our femininity. We do want to be submissive, but we are afraid because you guys are not showing us how to lead, and you guys are not protecting us. There are times when men are in situations with other women, and the boyfriend's right there, and the man doesn't say a word while someone is disrespecting their woman, and you want me to come home every day and cater to you?
When is that happening?
Yeah.
Word.
It happens all the time. There's
weird as
blogs
fuck.
and stuff.
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I know when I turn my back, dude might try to holler at my lady.
Yeah.
I turn around, I'm like, hey.
Bro, it's been plenty.
Hey, buddy.
Bro, it's been plenty of times I've been at the bar and some niggas paid for Leah drink, and I'd be like, she be like,
What
oh,
the
this guy
hell?
paid for the drink. I'd be like, all right.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I
that
think
absolutely
fucking we went to
That happened.
what is it? Well, I went out to a bar, or whatever, and the girl I was talking to at the time, I think somebody brought her a drink. She just looked at me. She was like, "Yo, I don't know what to do. Like, accept it."
It's like so awkward.
Yeah, I was like, "You got a free drink."
Yeah,
man.
I
drink it,
agree.
girl.
I love that, but see, you have that masculinity energy, right? You're secure in your spot, and,
Yeah.
and you have confidence. But there's people that's not, because I shouldn't be able to tell you your worth. You should be able to. I know what I'm worth, so I'm good at either way.
Right.
Exactly.
Facts.
But the
knowing
point
your worth-
is,
go ahead.
this is what I'm talking about: coming broken. Because if you came healed, you would already know what you're worth, and you would know what people shouldn't play with you about,
come
and
healed.
what shouldn't.
That's true.
But I feel
And
like
that's when you start demanding shit. Like,
Ex-
yo,
Mhm.
watch
I
my
need-
drawers.
we
Yeah,
know
drop-
we
drop.
know when a man walks in a room with confidence, we can see it and we
Yeah.
love it, right?
Yeah.
But we don't want you to be cocky with it. There's a difference.
I'm not cocky. I'm confident.
Yeah,
Tell me
there's
how
a
places
big
are confident.
difference, and it's a thin line, but it's a big difference.
Word, man. Yeah.
All right. So going into the nightcap, everybody that we have sitting on this couch, I got this thing called Off the Yak. So I want you. We've had some times
Off the mock.
off the mock. I'm talking about this is pre mock.
Oh yeah.
So pre mock.
I used to be wild, by the way.
Yes. So I want you.
I sense it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I want you to give our viewers, whether you want to do PG or R-rated version of it, a time that you was off the yak.
I'm gonna talk about the best situation with us.
With us?
Yes.
Even better. I like to hear
Off the
this.
yak, like alcohol?
Yes.
Or
off the yak.
okay, so I used to be a big drinker.
Oh, wait, what
Like-
was your choice?
Tequila. Actually, anything.
I'm about to say
bet.
whatever was it.
Like those people that wake up in the hospital, like what happened at college. That was me, right? So one day I came back, and Rick, was always talking about
Oh, you
drinking.
about to put this time out?
No, let it rock. It's
Let
too
it
late.
go. Let it go.
rock.
Go
Let
ahead,
her
yo.
flow. Let
So
her
we
flow.
was talking shit on Twitter, like I could outdrink you. He was like, say
It was
less. We
Facebook.
gonna do it.
Yeah, we on Facebook.
Oh, was it? He was
Facebook,
like, say
yeah.
less. We gonna do it this weekend. We said bet. So everybody came together. Kev, all my cousins, It's me and Rick at a table. We had 2 bottles. Boom. And we went shot for a fucking shot. I think we had like 19 shots. It was
Ain't no
24
fucking way.
shots.
no.
24?
24 shots. 24 shots.
They
I
still
did,
alive?
I did 19 off a good day in
They
college.
still alive?
The fuck, you had some vodka or something with you?
No, we
No,
had.
we had rum. We had multiple things. Then when I was chasing it with, I think beer. It was something crazy, right?
Oh, y'all
We
some
went-
24
But that to me was
shots?
nothing because I did 17 in college. Like I don't know how God was there.
What?
We went
24
back
shots.
to back to back to back to back, and that's all we remember. They say you fell flat on your face.
I fell down the steps to
This
the
was
basement.
at my house, right?
They said
Yeah,
I
this was
said
at- this
I
at your
won,
crib.
and then I just fell.
Oh,
Wait,
you
They-
won?
they-
Beat you.
There was
No,
face down.
See, you took a
No.
L, G.
So listen.
One was
Hey.
face down in the basement. One was face down like in the living room.
Yes. So there was no winner. This what happened. So I'm so glad you brought
Dead
that.
in
So,
the living room, bro.
we definitely
What?
was like back in our day, Twitter, Facebook, we would just talk shit on each other. I got outdrink, I got drink. All right, cool. She came back home from college at Doob Spot. Mom's crazy. All right, cool. I think it was rum.
We finished one bottle. They had to go to the bar.
They had to get another one. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
We went 20. I remember it now when stories were told. We went 24 shots back to back to back. What happened was, I remember saying, I got to go to the bathroom.
They never got back up.
And I
So
felt
that
that.
was you in the basement because you was going to the.
I was going to the bathroom.
basement,
I fell down the steps and I just laid there. I laid there and I remember because I threw up. And then everybody was
Absolutely.
claiming Katrina the winner, was claiming Kat the winner because
You never got back up.
no, because the fact of the matter is,
She was the
I
last
fell
one
asleep
standing.
first.
And I was like,
She went second.
That's
She's like, I won, and then
that was it.
that was it. And then, you know, remember the next day we had to
We
get
had
up.
to go to take Zeke to Temple
Yes.
University.
what?
We
Bro.
had to go. My cousin was like, "We gotta go." We was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Bro, I think I was in the car with like a hoodie because mind you, I threw up. So I think I ruined like my shirt or something. So I'm in the car in the hoodie. Me and her banged the fuck up. She's in the front seat. I'm in the back. Banged the fuck up.
No.
Yeah.
Yo,
So that was a wild time. But it was fun.
It was.
I used to have a really good time off
What
of
the
alcohol.
Fuck, bro. Nobody went to the hospital. That's liquor poisoning,
Yeah,
bro.
they should have had their
I'm
stomach
surprised
Yeah,
we made it, honestly. 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember how-
I'm on the highest still alive, guys.
No, 20,
You know what?
24
Actually, I
shots.
think about it. Like in college, we used to take a lot of shots, and I don't know how I made it, but some nights I ended up in the hospital.
What
Sometimes I didn't.
Fuck, bro.
Yo, I remember. Yo, that was
That was
one
the
of
prime.
And the funniest part was like, I think, like I said, the next day we took Zeke to we had to take Zeke to Temple, and then we was just like, want to drink again? It was like, let's drink it. We didn't do shots like that,
No,
but we
but
I'm
we
just.
about to
did,
say trying to do
yeah.
a part two and shit. Like, yeah, which
And
one
I think low key. Of course, we always been close because, dude, like I said, I knew Dube since 4th grade, and I knew her right behind it. But I think that low key made us closer
For real.
because it just was like, I'll go to war for you because you went to war with me.
They was like, look at these dumbasses on the floor.
And exactly, these motherfuckers are just sitting around us, watching us go 24
I'm like,
shots.
my night ain't over. I'm out.
Yeah,
Fuck yo,
and that's the crazy part. That's back in the day when you had the whip. So the homies was making moves.
All right, well,
So I was supposed to go with the homies to bust moves. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna win this motherfucking event. I sat there when everybody went out, and then they came back, and we still at the table like,
They
what's
was
next?
cheering us on and everything.
Yo,
it was
that
kinda
was
lit.
a-
So wait, you threw up. You passed out first, and you threw up, and you just passed out.
I don't remember throwing up, but I remember just saying, I won.
Yes.
VCU.
Yes, that was it.
I'm not sure. I'm not.
Brody.
Nah,
Damn.
when she I remember because what I was told. Blaze said he said, yo, you fell down the steps, and he said Katrina. Sorry. Make sure we bleep this shit out. Bleep the whole name out. She said, yo, Kat raised her hand and then passed out at the table.
No.
And then woke up and walked to the couch and didn't make it to the couch. He was on the floor. And dude, you came back and you was just like,
What the fuck?
yo, we
happened?
gotta get Zeke to the.
Wait. Like couch.
Yeah.
You just okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. We made it though.
We did.
Wow.
And we took Zeke to college that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we took the trip to Philly and then took the trip back.
That's wild, bro.
Salute to you, Kat. Yo,
Salute to you. We had some fun.
we had some fun. Yo, shout out to Kat for sitting on the couch with us.
It was a pleasure, guys.
It was.
Absolutely,
We had
man.
We had to make a fucking 2-parter because this just had to be done.
Yeah, man.
You will be back because we have a lot more to discuss.
I'll see y'all soon.
Yes,
sure.
Bang,
but
bang.
you made it to the end of the episode. Of course, do what you always do: like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on everything: Instagram, TikTok. I gotta get TikTok back going up again on every platform: Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Mhm.
Of course, Suavemente, Super Landlord on Instagram. Follow him.
Bang, bang.
Jane S Media
Yo.
on the audio. Appreciate you, dude, with the visuals. Spread Media. Bucket Hat Dad, Rick the Ruler on Instagram. Like I said from the beginning, this is our 1 year in recording. We are 1 year into recording. This will come out August. I'm thinking my birthday. April 16th. August 16th, 2023. our first episode dropped. We are now 1 year into this, and we are going. We are going.
Fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. And
man.
I just appreciate everybody,
Yeah.
like I said, from I guess this part 1 has it. So part 2, I'll just remind you, we've been going, and I appreciate everybody that's been on this platform, all our guests, everybody that sat in. I don't want to go down the names because I'll forget it, but it wouldn't be Cognac Conversations wouldn't be where we are right now and where we're trying to go without the people on camera, behind the camera, and that sat on this couch, of course, with you, Kat. We gotta have you back. There's so much stuff that we had. It's so much stuff that we had in our outline that we didn't get into because of just such great conversation that we had. But like we have to do every episode, we have to sign off. We will be back next week. We have so much. Be on the lookout. We have something coming out. We have breaking news. Can we break it next week?
Yeah, we can break it next week.
We will be breaking. We will be breaking news next week on something that is totally out of our comfort zone, but something that we're gonna have to do.
I'm
So-
excited.
Oh, you might be there. You might be there. We might need you there. But we have something coming in the next 2 weeks that's gonna be. Is this Saab?
Yeah, it's gonna be something like Rick said, something completely different, out of the element, but definitely more excited to go that route though. So man, just expect big news, man, especially next week, man. We break it to you, I promise. You know,
Promise.
It's too crazy, but absolutely crazy. You know?
Yes, sir. So, but like Savi been trying to do because we've been here too long, we are out. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Shut up.
You guys all-